Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll be going over our top 10 things to consider when developing a basic resume. Having a resume is very important when applying for a job with WCS, since applications without one will not be considered. Please keep in mind that this is a very basic look at how to develop a resume and is intended for anyone who does not have one. The first thing to consider is the structure of your resume. At its most basic, your resume should at least have the following: your name and contact information, key qualifications, experience, education, specialized skills, interests, and activities. Although there are many ways to structure your resume, this structure should work for most young people entering the workforce for the first time. Second, keep in mind that the top section of your resume is a very important section of the document, since it will most likely be the first thing a hiring manager sees about you. So definitely include your name and how to best contact you. Number 3. While the reader's eye is at the top of the page, consider highlighting your key qualifications right in that same space. Let them know what you're good at or feel very comfortable doing. Are you able to communicate well? Do you work well in a team setting? Do you speak other languages? Do you have a very flexible schedule? Well, make sure to mention it in this section in order to spark the interest of a hiring manager and urge them to continue reading. Number 4. Experience. When thinking about what should be mentioned, don't only think about jobs you've had in the past, even if for a short period of time, but also any volunteer opportunities or internships that you were part of. Remember that unpaid work, such as volunteering, is providing you work experience and should be mentioned. Number 5. Education. If you're still in high school, you should include the school you attend and your expected graduation date. You can also include any achievements you may have had during this time, like being on honor roll, or having been elected student body president, or chosen as a captain of a school team or club. Number 6. Consider any particular skills you may have or trainings you've attended. Do you work well in Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, or any other program? Let them know. Are you fluent in other languages? Again, let them know. Do you have any experience creating a website or managing social media? Mention it. Have you ever attended a CPR training and are now certified? Definitely let them know. Number 7. When looking at your interests and activities, consider mentioning them only if they can complement the relevant skills for the position you are applying for. An example of this would be mentioning that you are part of a team, which to a hiring manager could potentially mean that you can follow instructions and work well with others. In other words, it highlights your cooperation skills. Honestly, it's really up to you. Number 8. If you are applying for an entry-level position, which would be the case for many of our young viewers, try your best to keep your resume to a single page. WCS goes through many resumes, so being clear and to the point with your resume will increase your chances of getting an interview. Number 9. Proofread your resume and have someone else check it for any spelling and grammatical errors. It is also important to see if it's easy to read and not too busy. This helps the overall feeling of the document. Remember that a resume is a reflection of you, and you want it to shine. Number 10. Review all the content that is covered in your resume, and make sure that you are able to comfortably elaborate on anything mentioned. Not being able to speak on any part of your resume when asked can look pretty bad to a hiring manager. One last point. Remember that the main purpose of a resume is to land an interview for the position you applied for. So don't forget to practice, and practice being interviewed. If you would like more information on how to write a resume, you can definitely find tons of resources online. We'll post links to some of our favorites in the description below. If you would like to know more about how to apply for a job with WCS, check out the other videos in this series, and as always, thank you for joining us.